In 1999, She's All That hit theaters. The movie had an all-star cast that included Freddie Prinze Jr., Rachael Leigh Cook, Paul Walker, may he rest in peace, Matthew Lillard, Gabrielle Union, Kimberly Jones, aka Lil Kim, Dule Hill, Usher, among so many others. A lot of rom-com movies of those times emphasizes on an ensemble cast. On a $7 million budget, the film grossed over $100 million in the box office despite being a mixed bag amongst critics. Now, what do I think about this film? Stay tuned to find out. Before we begin, if you want to see music bios or more good videos like this, hit the subscribe button. Also, I've started a Patreon account. On here you get more copyrighted material and they'll be uploaded 48 hours prior to YouTube. If you want to support or visit, link is in the description. And without further ado, on to our feature presentation. Lainey Boggs is one of the least popular girls in school. She's awkward, socially inept, and has a love for art. Meanwhile, we meet Zach, a high school soccer player. He once had the baddest chick in high school named Taylor, but she ain't loyal as she ditches him for Brock, a now known reality TV star who appeared on MTV's The Real World. Zach wants to prove to his pod that she is replaceable, so his friends, Dean and Preston, places a bet for Zach. He must find a girl and make her prom queen. The guys choose the unpopular Lainey Boggs. Zach tries to talk to Lainey and her brother, but she shoots him down.
So Lainey, listen, I was wondering if maybe you'd want to...
Let's go, Simon.
Embarrass me horribly.
Meanwhile, Taylor boasts to her friends that it's her destiny to win prom queen, as relatives from her past have been honored with that title.
My mother was prom queen in 71, my cousin prom queen in 82, and my sister would have been prom queen in 94 if it wasn't for that scandal on the colored bed tour bus. Okay, I am legacy, alright?
He asks her to help with her art project as he's been impressed. He goes to this art seance and the crowd asks Zach to perform. He performs an impromptu act with his beanbag as he tells the audience not to let the ball drop. But eventually the ball has to drop.
Love it?
Sooner or later, it has to drop.
After this, he tries to shoot his shot again, but gets rejected again. The next day, Zach shows up to Lainey's home to invite her to a beach party. She says no, but after begging, she goes. We get volleyball montage, and everyone's horrible at this game. Later that day, Zach invites her to another party, but she doesn't want to go. She calls her other friend Jesse for advice, and he tells her to go, and he also lets her know that she's afraid of any positive and fun energy.
I think you're afraid to let anything good happen to you. I mean, did it ever occur to you that maybe Zach really likes you?
Trust me, he doesn't.
Zach brings her sister up to give Lainey a makeover, and Lainey gives us a full 180 in her appearance. At the party, Lainey discovers a woman vomiting, and she gives her a makeover. Brock then loses it when Rick James plays and no one's into it. Taylor meanwhile comes face to face with Lainey. She gets jealous and pours a drink down her dress and verbally humiliates her until she storms out. Back at school, Usher lets the school know that Taylor and Lainey got nominated for prom queen to the surprise of everyone, especially Lainey herself. Taylor's then crying her eyes out, not because prom queen was a shoo-in, but Brock broke up with her as he got a deal with another reality TV show.
It's been fun. But did you honestly think I'd leave for All-Star Road Rules still dating you? Oh, you did? That's sweet.
After losing a soccer match, Dean's questioning Zach's focus as he believes he's more concentrated on winning the bet.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but it has been a little while since you've gotten any, right? And, you know, something like that can really screw up a guy's concentration. Or maybe now you're thinking, you know, now that Taylor's free, whatever, Dean.
Zach goes to Lainey and we find out that her mother passed away when she was younger. He tries to go for home plate, but is shot down. Two rappers then make raps about the prom queen.
Yeah, she's all that.
In the cafeteria, Lainey's brother is getting harassed by bullies and one of them put his pubic hair on his pizza. Zach confronts him and makes him eat it. Dean is butthurt about Zach and asks Lainey to prom, and she accepts. Usher then tells us that the vote is super close. Taylor asks Zach to prom, but he shoots her down, but not before telling him that Lainey is going to the prom with Dean. Zach confronts Lainey about this, and Dean tells him to spill the beans.
Yeah, it was so stupid, Lainey. Look, Zach said he can make any girl prom queen. And you were the one picked, so he thinks that if he takes you to the prom, it'll help you win.
Now that Zach is without a prom date, he takes his sister. Usher shows everyone a dance he choreographed, and what in the High School Musical is this? Guess this is how prom was in 1999? At the bathroom, Jesse finds out that Dean plans on smashing Lainey. But Jesse knows that Lainey's favorite song is The First Night by Monica, and she doesn't get down like that. At the prom king and queen announcement, Zach unsurprisingly wins prom king, and in a close vote, Taylor wins prom queen, losing the bet. Afterwards, Lainey and Dean departs. Jesse then hunts Zach down to let him know Dean's intentions, and Zach too departs. He tries to call Beverly Hills Hotel to stop this, but fails, and after failing, Zach goes to Lainey's home and apologizes. He then asked about Beverly Hills, but luckily Lainey stopped it from ever happening, thanks to that Monica song The First Night. But in all reality, she used a foghorn to his ear to make him temporarily deaf. Afterwards, the two share their true feelings, they dance and kiss. Now I know what you're asking, what about the terms of the bet? Because Zach lost the bet, he shows up to graduation wearing nothing but his cap and a soccer ball. Once on stage, he throws the ball to Lainey, showing the world his 2-inch sack. I'm just kidding. This was actually my first time ever watching this movie. I came across this movie while working on another video, and I think it's a cool little movie, but it's flawed in some ways. It's a rom-com that's part of its era. Rachael Leigh Cook and Freddie Prinze Jr. did a good job in my opinion, but I do have some thoughts on the character. For one, Dean, which is Paul Walker's character, he ain't sugar honey iced tea. He realized that Zach was about to win, so he asked Lainey to prom, and once Zach finds out, he spills the beans, giving the bet win to him. I also have some thoughts on Taylor, the popular girl in school. She's the definition of someone who peaked in high school, the popular rich girl that gets all the guys. But did y'all pay attention to the ending of the movie where she is seen smoking a cigarette as she waits for graduation to come to an end? And finally, there's Zach. One thing I failed to mention is that even though he's a jock in high school, he's in an identity crisis. Everyone wants him to be the guy that they want him to be, but in reality, he's unsure about himself in college, and Lainey actually helps him find himself. It's relatable because everyone's been in Zach's shoes, me included. All in all, it's a cool little movie, and I heard that there's a sequel and remake called He's All That. Might as well review that, but if you haven't seen this movie, I could safely recommend, and that includes She's All That. Tell me what y'all think in the comments below. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.